When we want to create something or manifest something, very subconsciously or instinctively, we try to look at the probability and what could be the obstacles that I have, what could be my limitations, how it could be so hard for me. So there's this thing going on, constant limiting belief cycle that I have this and I have this limitation and I have this limitation. And what I realized was that there is a way to look at your limitations. A lot of times the limitations that we get in our life are there to make us who we really are. And also, a lot of times those limitations become our superpower. I want to share what happened with me. I was on this manifestation journey. I wanted to teach it to other people. I wanted to really help people. And I was trying all the strategies, all the ways to get clients, working on funnels, working on websites, working on things, going so into this technical babble, technical drama. None of that was working. And it was almost like a struggle for me. And I thought, why am I not able to crack this? What is wrong with me? But what I realized was that my struggle at that time became my superpower. When I say that, what do I really mean? What I mean is that my struggle that time made me realize that it is the self-concept. We don't manifest what we want, we manifest who we are. I don't hold the concept of me, the version of me that I want to be. So I am here and my vision is there, but there's a huge gap in my being, the way I see myself, the concept, the identity that I hold. And that's when self-concept became the filter through which I started seeing everything in life. And it in a way became my superpower. In a way it became the answer to so many things. And as a result, I was able to help so many people. Because always remember, the thing that we struggle with, there is somebody else in the world who is also struggling with that. And there are a lot of people who are struggling with that. Realize that there's a huge gap in the manifestation space where a lot of people are so good at affirming and using all the techniques and understanding manifestation and reading and geeking out on it. But when it comes to the embodiment, it becomes a struggle. And when I say embodiment, today one of my clients gave me the greatest definition of embodiment. Embodiment is when you're not trying to be that, when you are it. She gave this example. She said, let's say we want to be more grateful. And we immerse ourselves in the feeling and in the habit of gratitude. And it becomes such a consistent thing that a point comes where we don't do gratitude, we become grateful. That's who we are. It's an identity. It becomes an unconscious program. And that's what it is. It is about putting it in every fiber of your being. So when you see your concept of the version of you who has already manifested what you wanted, right? What you want, and you fully become it, like Neville Goddard says, in all your being, in all your awareness, you become one with that vision. You become that person. You fully embody everything. You become a power. You are no more consequential. You are the thing. You are. Right? That's when I realized that for me, this self-concept thing became something that I stood for, became something that I valued. But this was once upon a time my biggest struggle. Sometimes our biggest struggle becomes our superpower. But the problem is, we are so programmed to look at our struggles as our limitations. What if we have this perspective shift that we start to look at our struggles as our superpower? That one day I'm going to be on the stage or I'm gonna be on the video training and I'm gonna be sharing it with other people. That this is how I badly struggled with it. I had my share, but now it became my superpower because I navigated through it. If we look at it at the hindsight, what if we look at it, there is a reason I'm going through this. There's a reason it's not working right now. There is a reason that this thing is coming in my way right now. What if everything is happening for me? And the fact that this is happening right now is helping me become one with my vision, and it's going to become my superpower at the end. I see stories over and over again where billion-dollar brands are created or billion-dollar companies are created when people struggle with something. And people struggle with something and that become their purpose. When people struggle with something and they didn't want anybody else to go through it, or they wanted to change the world so that nobody else goes through it, and they created a movement, they created a huge reformation in the world. They made this world a better place. In return, law of compensation was working for them, and they made a lot of money and impact doing what they absolutely loved, their purpose. But it all started with a struggle. One of the other things I also shared in the post today, that when I became mother for the first time and I held my daughter in my arms, it was the greatest feeling in the world. Nobody can explain that feeling. But I also felt that I have this huge responsibility of this little human, and like 24/7. I cannot just switch off. It's 24/7. Even if I hand it over to somebody else, like my mom, or my husband has been so involved in her upbringing, but still as a mom, I cannot just completely switch off. I cannot just, you are always there for your child. And that feeling that it's now a 24/7 job, right? Even when you hand it over to other people, it's still ultimately, you feel like this is my child and I want to do everything for them. I felt that way. And I remember I said to myself that I sometimes feel that I've forgotten who I was. I sometimes feel that I don't even know who I was, losing myself. But what I realized was that becoming a mom gave me so many beautiful skills. It activated a version of me. It helped me see myself differently, and I didn't even know the power that I had. Resilience, multitasking, the emotional intelligence to be able to deal with a lot of stuff. The emotional intelligence to sometimes just hug your child when they're having the biggest tantrum, and when they are pushing your buttons, and but you understand that they're going through something and you want to help them process their emotions. At that time, you process your emotions so that you can help them process their emotions. The awareness to lead, the awareness to inspire them, and the awareness to become that role model for them. And the biggest thing that it did for me, it gave me so much motivation to step into my purpose and keep going no matter what. Even when things got hard, I had my burning desire, my why right in front of my eyes all the time. I used to think, my older version of me, that being a mother, or it's so hard for you because you have added responsibilities. So the people who are single or who don't have kids, they haven't got that hard. People who haven't got kids, it's so much easier for them because they haven't got that added responsibility. They can work all day long if they want to. They don't have to feed somebody. They don't have to look after somebody. They don't have to run around, do all the chores. I just felt that being a mother just limits us from a lot of things, but I was wrong, because being a mother shows us that how we can have it all, how we learn so many skills that require in entrepreneurship. If somebody can be a mother, they can be a greatest entrepreneur. We have got so much added responsibility, but that added responsibility make us so powerful. It gives us those skills that we need to excel anything. It gives us those skills that we can deal with pressure, we can juggle things, we can manage all the tantrums, we can convince people. Oh, what a negotiation skills we learn. Being a parent, negotiating with those little minds and trying to explain it to them that we are trying to tell you this is the right thing for you. So being a parent, we learn so many skills which can help us in so many ways. And one of the other things that I learned was that the motivation and burning desire doesn't just limit us to ourselves, because we are not doing it just for ourselves. We are doing it for being the role model for our kids, to show them what is possible, and also to give them a better life. Now the why is not that I want to have a better life, because when your why is just I want to have a better life, you might think, what's the point? But when your why is I want to be able to do it for my kids, I want to be that role model, I want to give them a good life, no matter what, you keep going. Your burning desire is through the roof, right? What I felt was that being a mother gave me that power. Being a mother gave me that courage. Being a mother, even when things got hard, I could see my burning desire right in front of me, and I would just keep going. And I would see them, like, I have got this huge list of Jack Canfield's success principles. I've made art and hang it in the kitchen. I did it for myself, but so beautifully. Now they're learning as well. And today they were asking me, they were like, what are these success principles? And we were going through them one by one. And seeing that what impact we get to make for our kids, for other people, for the generations to come, that just ignite that version of us Yeah, that ignites the version of us. It ignites that power, that burning desire. For me, I used to think that being a mother might limit me, but what I've learned is that being a mother make me so limitless. Being a mother takes me to this greatest frequency where anything is possible. A frequency where my desire is so strong and my vibration is so strong that it brings to me everything, whatever I desire, because that is the vibration, that is the burning desire, that is the flow in my nervous system, that it makes everything supercharged, right? A lot of times we think that the things which limit us are actually our superpowers. The things that we navigate through, the things that we overcome make us who we are. The thing that we overcome give us the biggest superpower and learning and support and that awareness, right? They make us who we are. So if you see a raw diamond, you literally feel like, if you Google a raw diamond and you feel like it's fake. You can never imagine that the raw diamond is real diamond, because it doesn't have that shine, it doesn't have any of that. But when the diamond goes through the polish and all those things, it shines. That's with us. Whenever we go through difficult time, that difficulty is a gift, because it gives us the resilience, the skills, the passion, the power, the fact that we navigate through it, and the things that we learn along the process. And sometimes when we have that difficulty, it ignites us, our passion. It can take us to that frequency where if I can do this, I can do anything. And being a parent, being a mother, it's like I love my kids so much and they are my burning desire. Therefore, no matter what, my desire always is burning more and more every single day. And that fiery desire, that passion, this takes us to the frequency where don't even, like, all the difficulties and obstacles and all the things just become so low. We're on cloud 9, right? It's time to embrace the things that are hard. It's time to embrace the struggles, because one day you will see this struggle was the greatest thing that happened to me. This thing which I felt was so hard, was driving me nuts, is the greatest thing, because it activated the version of me who I am today, right? And it gave me that learning that makes me so unique, that make me the limited edition, that make me priceless, that makes me so precious. Because if I can navigate this, I can navigate a lot more. It gives us the compassion, the love. One of the other things that I really learned is that when you learn to love at that level, after you step into motherhood or parenthood, love that you tap into is just has no limit. If we can learn to love other people at that level, how incredible can we be for this world? Because we learn to love at a different level. We learn to care and have compassion at a different level. Every phase of our life, every part of our life is activating different versions of us. And all these versions are required to get to where we are asking the universe to be. When we ask universe, I want to have this. Thank you. This is my letter. I would love to do this by the end of this year or by the end of the next year. Then the universe is taking us through step by step process to become that version of us and then manifest it. When we embrace those struggles, and I'm not saying that we just be delusional and not look after ourselves or take care of ourselves. What I'm saying is that what if we say that whether it's easy or it's hard, I'm still the one. Whether it's good or it's bad, I'm still the one, because we don't have the higher low frequency. We are the whole thing. We are not just operating on high or low. We are the whole frequency. Whether we are happy or whether we are sad, we have got this. We can manifest greatest things when we are feeling like times are hard, the tide is high. We can manifest the greatest things when things are easy and flow, and easy with ease and flow. And this is the wave of life. Things become easy, things become hard. But no matter what, we have got this. No matter what, it is already here. No matter what, we are the version of us who is meant to have it. No matter what, we are the one. Whether it's the high frequency or the low frequency, if we have this belief that no matter what frequency I am in, I am the frequency. I am the whole frequency. I am not relying on being high or low to manifest it. I am the whole thing. I am the whole vibration. And as long as I am me, I'll manifest it. When things are hard, when things are easy, when things are with ease and flow, when things are going rough, when things are not going rough, and everything that comes in the way will become my superpower one day. One day will be the greatest thing that I will embrace. My struggle, manifestation for 2 years, and my struggle with not understanding and then stumbling on the concept of self-concept, it has become my superpower, like obsession. And my learning, and every single day I'm obsessing over self-concept. I'm learning, I'm contemplating, I'm reading, I'm imagining things, I'm making theories, I'm making frameworks. Why? Because I know my struggle, and I know what role it has got to play when it comes to manifesting greatest thing. How we see ourselves has got everything to do with what we create in our life. But I only got to know the importance of it once I struggled with it. Once I went through not understanding that, right? The key is that whatever you're struggling with right now, whatever you feel like, oh, this is hard, it is your superpower. It's making you the most incredible limited edition, because you will navigate through it. And when you come on the other side, you will embrace it one day and say, you know what, this was the greatest thing that ever happened to me. And if you see how billion-dollar companies are created, most of them have created this way. Somebody struggled along the way. They didn't want anybody else to struggle. Then they created something. And when they created something, it came from that passion, that desire, that motivation, that I know my struggle and I don't want anybody to go through it. And when that happens, you are on that frequency, which is the passion, which is your burning desire. Anytime when you have that burning desire, which touches your subconscious, which brings that next level version of you, embrace it. Because one day you're gonna be on the stage, or you're gonna be on some kind of video or somewhere talking about it and embracing it as the best, as it's the best thing that could ever happen to you.